So you said you had a chip on your shoulder. You still play with a chip on your shoulder. I was one of those guys. I was kind of like the underdog. I had to work my way up, prove other people wrong. What is the reason, like, what is your why as a basketball player? I feel like everyone has a why, or why they play, or why they play the way they play. I play with a lot of energy. What is Mac McClung's why?
Yeah, I love that question. I think I actually have that question tatted on me. It's if your why is not bigger than you, then your goal will eventually subside. So like my why is
Me, young
way
fella. Say that
my
one more
why
time for me. Say that one more time
Say
for
it
me.
again.
hopefully I got this right. I might got it wrong. I think it says if your why is not bigger than you, then your goal will eventually subside. Just saying like it's bigger than me. You know what I mean? I want to inspire a lot of people in my situation who, if you look at me, you don't think, I can play, or, just I love seeing, the underdog win, and this is bigger than me. This is bigger than the doubters or the supporters. You know what I mean? I just want to, do what I'm put on this earth to do and inspire a lot of people for good.
It's human nature as a college basketball player, right? The vision, the goal is always to make it to the dance floor.
Right.
How much have you thought, if it's after a big win, if it's when you first arrived to Lubbock, like, you're going to get your chance this year to be in March Madness.
Yeah, I think that's the coolest thing about Coach is his expectations. We're not trying to make it to the dance. We're trying to win the dance. You know what I mean? So he's not coming here saying, let's make the tournament this year. That's not what he's about. So, well, we're trying to win it and be one of the best teams by March and April. And we got a lot of work to do, and we realize that. And we're going to continue to keep working.
Why can this team win it?
I think that, obviously coaching is really big. And then also we have so many coachable guys who want to win. And obviously you got to have talent. And I believe we have a lot of talent with a lot of our guards and bigs and experience as well.
So, player of the week, I'm a scorer. Well, I was a scorer. I'm not a scorer anymore. But what is your workout regimen like? How many shots do you get up, before and after practice? How do you train to be ready to play on a Saturday and a Tuesday's game?
Yeah. So I used to have the same schedule. Like I would do this amount of many like pull-ups, this amount of many shots, and before every game. And then, I started working on different things. I read the Kobe book. I don't know if you've read it yet, The Mamba Mentality.
Of course, I got that in the back somewhere.
Yeah, it's great. I'm not finished or close, but I read some because I used to deal with superstition a lot. I wanted something the same way every time.
I feel like every basketball player has that superstition, from whether it's getting to the gym on a certain time, tying your shoes the right way, or just random stuff. So what is your superstition?
Yeah, no, I was weird. Like every little thing I was superstitious about. But I read the book and he was talking about his like pregame, and it's like, he really worked on what he felt like he was like, how do I feel today? What do I need? Like I start in the film room. That's the biggest thing for me. And that I feel like I've taken the biggest jump is in the film room. And then I'll go on and see what I got to work on that day. And I'll be like, man, I feel like I need to work on this today instead of this, instead of having a set regimen, like I'm getting this amount of shots and this, you know what I mean? Some days I need to work on my defense and do some lateral movement,
Gotcha. So if I was the scout and I'm scouting you, I would say really good player, tough. He can shoot the three ball. He's athletic, but sometimes he plays a little bit too out of control. What would you say to the scouts or just people watching when you get in those, you have those 2-3 minutes when you're playing kind of out of control?
Right. Yeah, that's something that obviously I agree with you. I've been really working on that from last year, and I think I've improved, and I'm going to continue to keep improving, and I have to improve for this team to win. So I'm going to keep working on that, and I'm going to be great in that category soon, hopefully.
Let me ask you this though, Mac. How much of that how much do you still have to be you? Like you're still Mac McClung. It's different than other players, the way that you play the game. How do you work on it without becoming somebody that's not Mac McClung?
Yeah, I think that's big with guidance with the coaches. They always told me like they just want me to be the best version of myself. They don't want me to change, just be me. And they said this is what you got to do to win and get your dream to come true. And I'm about it. So I want to do what's best. And I think that's what's best. And me, and learning with shot selection, like last year we talked about, and playing more poised and getting my teammates more involved. And that's what I'm going to do if that's what needs to be done.
What's the difference between Big East basketball and Big 12 basketball?
Yeah, both are great leagues. They're very comparable in a lot of ways. I think that the Big 12 this year is ridiculous, I think. So, and the Big East last year had a lot of great guards, Marcus Howard, Miles Powell, all those guys. So it was somebody every night, just like the Big 12.
Who's the toughest player you've had to guard?
I don't know yet. There's so many great players in the league. I think that a lot of them, the best guys get their teammates involved in big moments, and they
even before now though. Maybe it was somebody at Georgetown, like who was just so hard to guard.
I don't know. I think it's a hard question because it's just like a team defense kind of thing. I don't know anybody one-on-one that I got really that I was like, this guy's just different. I think they're really good, but I think concepts with defense and stuff just makes it hard to kind of tell.
When you played against Georgetown when you were at Georgetown last year playing against Syracuse, did you know anything about the rivalry between the two teams? Did the coaches or players or the assistant coaches tell you a little bit about the history between the two programs? And did that motivate you to come out and bust Syracuse over the head with 26 points last year?
I think it's probably a world-known rivalry with Georgetown and Syracuse, one of the greatest matchups. So I definitely knew about it, especially Coach. He obviously reminded us, and he was a part of a lot of those matchups. So it was.
What did he say to you?
You said what?
So what did he say to you? Because I'm being nosy.
I don't even remember. I just think those matchups are personal, and you want to win them. It's such a rivalry. Every time it's a game like that, you definitely want to come on top.
Tell me about life in Lubbock and something that you like about it.
It's a great place. It's a big town, but a small town all at once, and a lot of great places to eat and a lot of good people.
Favorite spots to eat?
I like Table 82 and Las Brises are my favorite right now.
What TV show you watching nowadays?
I don't even really watch TV. I don't know. I'm weird. I don't really watch TV or movies or anything like that.
You a gamer?
I don't really play video games either, no.
See, I like you already, man.
What do you do for fun?
I play basketball. Try to gain an inch every time I can.
Exactly. That's a good answer, young fella.
What's your message to Red Raider fans?
Yeah, I'm grateful to be here, and these guys have, with COVID, they've blew me away with their support, and this fan base is really different, and it's something I'm very happy to be a part of.
Mac McClung, the top player in the Big 12, and this past week in his Texas Tech Red Raiders, they're starting to play some really, really strong basketball. Mac, thanks for the time. Good luck going forward.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.